cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off into fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? We made it to Monday. We made it through Monday. How you doing, everybody? Let's say hi. Where's our girl Jay? Jack says, I'm here. What is I, a couple minutes late, I think? Yeah, Reese tried to talk me out of it. She said, you don't need to stream right now. You don't need to stream today. But tomorrow, I'm taking off her birthday. Tomorrow, Reese will be the Big 10, finally. We celebrate birthday months around here. What's up, Randy B? How you doing? Good to see you. Dee Dee, hello. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I posted some pictures this weekend of the fam at Great America, and I did it for members only because when I noticed that when I do pictures, when I post pictures of my family, most people are like, yay, I love you, Jay, and the family. And then I get a couple of haters that say, oh, blah, 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 blah. They have stupid comments. So I hope the members only got to see some of my cool weekend pictures. Hello, everybody. What's up? Sadie's mama, good to see you. Azuri Bella, good to see you. Sadie's mama, you know I love you. Maureen, is this your first live? I don't see you being a crime crew member yet. Hello. All right, so you know what's really cool today? We're going over the Stephan Sterns audio, and I named it Blames Jenn Soto in Jail Calls with Parents. What's up? So you know what was really cool about this is that Stephan Sterns family and Jenn Soto's family, I know watches Guilty of Crime. So do me a favor, let's get bigger. Hit that like button so they can watch even more, and they can watch me say hashtag arrest Jenn Soto. They watch my channel, and on my channel, I was the first one to say that Stephan Sterns did not attend Maddie's birthday. Now it's all out there, right? It's all out there. So now it's easy for us to say, oh, yeah, we got that. We heard that. We know that. But it wasn't, because I was guessing at things as I was talking to people like Millie, Isaac. How you doing? Love you. I'm glad you love the pictures. I had Millie and all the Florida girls on my side, all the Florida girls that I still talk to on my side. And I was taking stabs at things, and lo and behold, Stephan Sterns was not at Maddie's birthday. Now he's going to bring that up in this call, and he's going to say some girl on YouTube said I wasn't there, and I wasn't there. I told you guys first. I did not want to correct Vinnie Politan and YouTube, but I had to, because there was a balloon that was shown of Stephan Sterns. He was in the balloon at the birthday party, and that, in fact, was Photoshop. Stephan Sterns was not there. Thank you, Synth. You say it was Deborah saying that. Whoever said that, we're going to listen to pretty soon here. But whoever said that, I watched that girl YouTuber. That I was the first one that were on this platform with Grizzly and all the other folks that are doing this that said he, in fact, was not at the birthday party. So we're going to hear that today. I thought that was awesome. Thank you, Rosie. We have 143 people in here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends and the community. Joe Nana says I can't renew my membership, but I'm still here, and that's okay. That's okay. Thank you all for being here. We just had a members only, so do try to get on the next members only. If you were on the members only, talk about it in chat. We had fun on Friday, right? Live 4 now 81 says even Stephan said he wasn't there, and we knew that. You know why? Because we have had inside information from the beginning of certain family members and certain friends. So we got a lot of inside information, and on the inside information we talked, and I brought that to you as much as I could. So I love getting validated on this, and absolutely I'll take accountability. Cardo, Newman, whoever you are, when I get things wrong. Crime crew, Randy B, sit there and tell this person, whoever this is. I don't know if Cardo is a new member or if Cardo's just trolling me. When I get things wrong, I absolutely take accountability. As a matter of fact, when we talk about the coins, the parent advice coins, and talking about Maddie, and we're still going back to Maddie being pregnant, a possibility because of those coins, we'll talk about that too. course I watch Grizzly Day, but Cardo, yeah, funny people. Yes, I definitely watched Grizzly Today, and I loved her take on the Tamagotchis, folks. Yeah, Cardo's a troll. I figured Cardo's been a troll here before. Yeah, go figure. No attention to Cardo. All right, so I watched Grizzly and I loved that she talked about maybe the Tamagotchis. And even if she got it wrong, it was her perspective. She dug into it. She tried to put a new spin on things. And, I'm not going to ever stream the narrative again about Maddie being pregnant until I get confirmation. And I respect the family, as a matter of fact. And Millie, I say a lot of things first that are true, and we appreciate your time and passion. I also say things that are wrong. I originally showed you the Vinnie Politan balloon, and I came back and said I was wrong. So yeah, I have no problem with that at all. What's up, Veronica? Chat, wonderful mods. How you doing? Yeah, those Tamagotchis make me sick. Hello, Sadie's mama, Mai Tai, Diana L. How you doing? All right, let's get into the first portion of the audio. And the only reason I'm even playing this is because the first portion of the audio is just basically them saying one for English, press 2. They give you the time about OnStar, and that they're recording. And then I'm going to show a different one from the news that has a picture of Stephan Sterns' face on it. And I'll try to let you listen as much as I can, but I did, in fact, upload an audio that's only audio that you could just listen to. So there is one that you could just listen to and you don't have to listen to me have commentary. So if you're one of those folks that doesn't want to hear my mouth while we're listening to audio, just go onto my page. Don't tell me to be quiet. Go on my page and listen to audio only, and you don't have to hear me talk. Jojo, thank you for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Always take accountability and apologize. Yeah, absolutely. I don't I can be wrong. And sometimes my sources are wrong too. And I apologize for that as well. So it's all good. Faith and repentance. The important thing is correcting oneself when notified of being wrong. Many people don't because they don't like being wrong. But good people like Jay and the crime crew, we all correct ourselves. And if you want grace, you give grace. But people that come on here and want to troll don't give people grace. Well, guess what? When you make a mistake, person, you don't get any grace for it. So there you go. All right. Good to see you all. Let's get this audio, couple minutes of it, and just realize they know they're being recorded and they're going to be. We'll listen to about 2 minutes and then we'll go into a different audio that has a picture of Stephan Sterns' face.
Press 1 for English. Oprima el 2. The time is 2:01 p.m.
If you believe that you are the victim of sexual or physical abuse,
Yep.
Press *9021. After this message, press 1 to place a call. Press 2 to enroll. Press 4 for the message system. Please enter your PIN number followed by the pound sign.
The full experience, y'all.
After the tone, please say United States of America.
United States of America.
You have 1 old message. To listen to your messages, please return to the main menu. Press 0 to make a prepaid collect call or speed dial call. Press 1 to make a debit call. Press 8 for calls within the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. Please enter the area code, prefix, and number. To make an international call, please enter 011, the country code.
I love you guys. Nobody's going to get me down today. Trigger warning.
Account balance is $40.13. The cost of this call will be 21 cents for the first minute and 21 cents for each additional minute, excluding taxes and other applicable fees. The time limit is 15 minutes.
press 0 to continue or
Nope.
Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from
Stephan Sterns,
an inmate at
Osceola County Corrections Department.
To accept this call, press or say 5. to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
All right. I thought that was important for you folks that literally have never gotten a collect call. And it's possible you've never gotten a collect call from an inmate ever. And hello, Scary Sherry. Good to see you, my girl. I'm glad you're here. And everybody that's here, if I didn't get a chance to say hello, I'm saying hello. All right. So if you've never got a collect call or you live in another country where they don't maybe have that system in place, you heard it here, you heard the automated call, you hear what happens, you understand that whoever is calling or answering understands that it's going to be recorded pretty much forever. And Candy, you're absolutely right. Now, yeah, this is a new call. Candy asked that. My cat's name is Karen. This is absolutely a new call. If you want to listen to it without commentary, go to my page and find the audio. It's the second to last video that I did. So if you've never heard that, you've heard it. This is a brand new call. Stephan Sterns and his parents. Now, this was back in I have the date on it. Someone can tell me, did you put the date on it? Anyway, I'm gonna put this on and then I'll let you know. There's a date on here, and synth, I don't know. Okay, it's May 13th. May 13th, 2024 is the date of this. And Stephan Sterns is going to be talking to his parents. And the gist of the whole call is his parents grill him about details on the weekend of the events in Kissimmee when he was at the hotel, when they came to the hotel to save him, or when his dad came to save him and he barely spent time with them. So of course he's gonna put the give me some money into it, right? All right, let's do this so we can watch his face. I know you guys love his face. Not really. All right. This one has a picture.
Where the hell you been?
I've been trying to call. We've had us on lockdown so often. Every time I've asked, we've been on a coast-side lockdown.
Okay.
Which means I've been unable to call. I've been trying to call all weekend, too.
So you've been on lockdown all this time?
Off and on, yes. On the days that I've asked, we happen to be on lockdown, which means either an incident has happened or they're just so understaffed that they have to lock everyone down. Probably more to do with the staffing.
Okay. How you been?
Well, you know, had the world's shittiest birthday present, so.
And you know I'm gonna stop on that part because he had the world's shittiest birthday present. And do you remember Jenn? Yeah, the cat's name is Karen. Jenn said the exact same thing. You wonder if they've been together so long that they're literally just parroting each other, and that script. I mean, that's not a script at this point. That's actually them being upset that they had a crappy birthday and Maddie's gone. Maddie, what about Maddie's birthday? What do we think about her birthday? And hello, Diane. I'm glad you came through. Don't forget to hit the like button. I always want to let you guys know that justice for Maddie, y'all. We really want to hashtag arrest Jenn Soto. Maddie got her life taken away and she didn't get to do anything for her birthday. She didn't get what she wanted, and then she got more of what she didn't want when she got home from the party. So prayers to Madeline Soto. Let's get justice for her and let's do it together, y'all, without fighting. There's plenty of creators here covering this content, and you guys can pick all day long who you want to listen to. Crystal, Maddie had the crappiest birthday. He's such a creep. And Jenn Soto said the exact same thing. Her own mom said that. All right. So let's keep going.
Yeah. And then you didn't call, so I'm assuming because of changes that they prevented you from calling?
No, they were actually moving me around a lot, shuffling back and forth, so I was having to get my phone privileges jockeyed back and forth, which takes a little while. And then, like I said, the days that I was asking, we happened to be on lockdown on those days. So it's just been inconvenient.
Okay.
Very inconvenient timing, and then we were on lockdown all weekend. I wanted to call my mom's birthday. I tried to call yesterday. I tried to call Saturday, and there's no go anytime. So
And is it me or is he eating a sucker while he's talking or sucking on his root beer candy or something? Also, for you people that don't understand exactly what he's saying, I have it turned up, but also Synth, one of our mods, is transcribing it in chat. So if you miss something and you don't understand it, just take a look at chat and you'll be able to see what it says. All right, let's go. He is a pathological liar. I think him and Jen both pathologically lie, and that's just what they do. Like people that do that don't even know they're doing it.
But I've been wanting to call. How have you been?
I'm trying to put this on speaker.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put this on speaker. Okay.
How have you been? Can you hear me?
Good. Can you hear us?
Yes. Is Mom there with you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What's that?
Stephan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Is Mom with you?
Hang on a second.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Stephan,
You can hear me? Yes. Can you hear me?
yes. Okay, I got it on speaker.
Okay. Is Mom there?
Yes, mom's with me now.
Okay. Happy birthday, belated birthday, Mom, and happy belated Mother's Day.
Hi, sweetheart. I was so hoping to hear from you. I'm so glad I'm hearing from you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to call you all weekend. They had us on lockdown, so no one was able to do anything.
Were you expecting these charges?
No.
The murder charge.
Oh, well, we know you're not.
Okay, so you got blind.
Sorry about that. I was muted. All right. Cray, pretentious twat. That is probably the best comment of the day. There should be like a best comment of the day. I think that might win it. This is absolutely Stephan Sterns. Not only is a pathological liar, but he also is the smartest guy in the room, according to him. And he's very pretentious. He tries to use big words and say things. It's terrible. And yeah, the lies, the lies, Carly says.
Decided by that.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not true. I never would have wanted her gone for any reason, so, premeditated first degree is kind of a dick punch.
Yeah.
No, I was wondering if you had any updates or anything.
Nope, we haven't heard a thing. Just, speculation that she's been.
Did you hear what he said to his dad? I don't even see anybody chatting about that, but he says, obviously wouldn't want her gone for any reason. And then he says, you say so premeditated degree is kind of a dick punch. Yeah. He says, obviously he wouldn't want her gone. That was his play toy, everybody. And when we get into the next video or the next set of 501 PDF document, you're going to see why he says this even more. I mean, I believe in his sick mind, he thought he was in a relationship with Maddie. I really, truly do. His tiny brain and never growing up. I've been watching Mandu channel with all the chomos, and these guys think they're in relationships with their victims, everybody. And she is in fact a victim because she never got to grow up. She never got to be an adult. She never got to be in a real relationship. Thank you, Foxy Amazon, for the one guilty of crime membership. Keep it going, y'all. Yeah, he's a sicko. He's gross, and in his mind, he didn't want her gone because that was his play toy, his doll torso, right?
Hiding, put in an institution and hiding in an institution.
At her lawyer's request.
Yeah.
I mean, are you cooperating with police about her participation in any of this stuff?
There's been no opportunity for me to cooperate with anything. As I understand, the police keep saying that I'm uncooperative, but they haven't asked me anything to cooperate with, so whatever that means.
And this is the key point in here. This is the second time that he's talked to his parents. And yes, he does sound like a Mickey Mouse, just like he's Mickey Mouse character, but listen, second time that he's implied and his parents have implied that Jenn Soto was involved and that he didn't start it. He uses the same words 2 times on different calls that it wasn't something that he started, not something that he wanted. He got involved not by choice. So it's very interesting that he also says he doesn't have an opportunity yet because they haven't asked him anything. Instead of him going to them and say, hey, I came home, I was doing something with Maddie, even though I know that's against the law, but Jenn walked in, got jealous, her and Maddie started fighting. I helped get rid of the body. Now I'm just making up a scenario, right? Don't clip this out and quote me saying that that's what happened. I'm coming up with a scenario that may have happened. It may have been that Stephan Sterns, that, yeah, right, that Jenn Soto took her life and Stephan covered it up because that was his love and he wanted to do that for her. He didn't want her gone. That's a good scenario for you. I mean, I heard Stephan Sterns' mother accused Jenn Soto of unaliving Maddie. That's what they're talking about right now, and they've talked about it before. All right. His parents never call him on the lies. Probably part of the reason why he's so entitled, right, Chopper Lily? Yeah, his attorney tells him not to say anything. So there's that. Yeah, I think that could have happened. That absolutely could have happened. Maddie and Jenn got into a heated argument, and the events led to her life being taken, and he came in and did damage control. Another
So
possibility.
your attorney isn't approaching them and saying, my client would like to speak with you?
No, my attorneys are pretty much saying to keep my mouth shut until the trial starts.
Well, okay.
Okay. I don't know why they were going to wait till the trial, but that's their business, not mine.
They don't want anything to hurt my chances.
Yep, understand. Okay.
They were.
Hey, what was Joey's last name?
Beltry?
Yeah, Veltri.
Joey Beltry? Beltry?
Beltry.
Beltry or Beltry?
Veltri with a V, like victory.
V.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it's basically, well, obviously this confirms that they are artificially inflating everything up as high as they can possibly do it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I don't know
What'll stick.
what the plan is there. If they're just trying to scare me into pleading down, or I don't know.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're just trying to hurt me as much as possible.
All right, listen, he is delusional, okay? He's very delusional. And when I listened to this, I understood that he is very in his own world. He was in his own world with the Tamagotchis and the toys and possibly those coins. And maybe him and Maddie did have a little thing. And like, one day when I grow up, I want to have kids with you, Stephan, because, you know, and I'm not victim blaming. We have to have an explanation for why in the heck Maddie would want him to have these coins that say mommy and daddy's turn. Is he the daddy and Jenn the mommy, and they wanted to take turns and she wanted more time with Stephan? So if there are mommy and daddy coins, she'd get more daddy time. I don't know, but there has to be an explanation for that. And one explanation could be that he was telling her, when you get old enough and you're out of age, we're going to be together. We're going to leave your mom. We're going to have children. Grooming. Absolutely. Avis. Ding, 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 ding. Grooming. We know he was grooming her, but we don't know to what extent that she was falling for it anymore. We don't know if she was crushing on someone else or what was happening. Now, it could be victim blaming when he says, I didn't start it. He could say that she attacked him. Maddie attacked me and I had to fight back. So I accidentally, put my arm on her too long and she got strangled. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. These are all just presumptions. We don't have it out yet. Even the pregnancy thing, until I have a piece of paper that says that she's pregnant or not, I'm not going to spin the narrative. I'm just going to say, I respect the Wallace family. I even respect the Soto family. They are also victims, and I respect them enough to not be talking about their daughter's pregnancy that didn't even happen. But I can talk about those coins because the coins just came out and people are either saying that maybe because she was pregnant, but I love Grizzlies because she tries to spin the Tamagotchi one and she spins it while she's thinking it out with us on live. So we want to step outside the box, and we do have theories. It doesn't mean that it's, this is what it is. I've always thought that Jenn was jealous and she possibly walked in on them and something bad happened. or Stephan Sterns knew that she was getting done with being groomed. There was a boy that she had a crush on, and he was jealous. I always thought it was a jealousy thing, always. All right. And Sophia, when Grizzly True Crime worked that out about the Tamagotchis, I was like, wow, it could be that. It could be anything. It could be them him telling her, let's play house. One day I'm gonna give you babies when you're old enough, and blah 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 blah. Right? Yeah, Plunder did a good job also. I didn't get these from Plunder, so I didn't thank Plunder, but I thank Plunder as a general. I do want to thank Gavin Fish. Gavin, you're the man. Gavin Fish is an awesome true crime channel, and he has no drama. He lets us use his stuff. He sends the stuff to Bree. Bree brings it to me, and he doesn't mention a word. He doesn't say anything bad about Guilty of Crime. He puts Guilty of Crime in his newsletters and hypes Guilty of Crime up. He's not afraid of me. So I love Gavin. Gavin, I love you. Plunder, I love you. Grizzly, I love you. But I didn't get those from either one. I got them from Gavin, okay? And this is from the news station. This is the news, release this. Phone calls released between Stephan Sterns and his parents on one of the Florida news stations. So, yeah, she did break it down, and we're not on that today. We're not on that topic, but I will cover that topic. Yeah, Gavin Fish has a great channel, so I want to thank him. Dramaless. I love dramaless channels that don't try to get into fights and all that nonsense. And he shares. What a man. Gavin, you're the man. All right.
Are you able to share the Saturday night before you left for Kissimmee? You were pretty upset about something. Did it have to do anything with Kissimmee and the events that took place the next couple of days?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just stressed out about money and job and everything like that.
Some woman got on a YouTube thing and said that you weren't even at the party.
Okay, did you hear that? Some lady got on the YouTube and said you weren't even at the party. I'm going to take that and thank you, Scary Sherry, so much for the $20 super chat. I sent you a thank you in chat, and I'm also thanking you out loud. I listened to Grizzly do this, and she kind of spun her wheels, and she understood who he was talking about, because I do talk to Grizzly behind the scenes, and every so often I ask her questions to validate something, or she'll ask me. We go back and forth. We don't. It's not like I'm talking about us collaborating or anything, but Grizzly and I are cool. I talk to Gizla via email. She talks to the mods here. Well, I think just Bree. I don't think anyone else talks to her, but I did come out and say he wasn't there. I'm going to play that part again because I was really hyped up about something and I kind of missed it.
And the events that took place the next couple of days?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just stressed out about money and job and everything like that.
Some woman got on a YouTube thing and said that you weren't even at the party.
He wasn't.
Party?
Yeah, her birthday party.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I went up there Sunday evening and got there after she was done at her party.
Oh, okay.
And we were very happy that I was there. We were very happy that the three of us were together. It was shaping up to be a great week and a great visit. You know, there was.
Can you guys guess what the heck happened? Because Rosie, it sounds like lies, lies, lies. How was it shaping up to be a great visit and a great week when he got there at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, 30 minutes after Maddie got there? Then Jenn got home at 10:30. Maddie's life was taken sometime that morning, and then she was missing. How was it going to be a good week when he was only there for a couple hours? They were watching Sister Act supposedly, and then her life was taken. No, he wasn't thinking about a job. He was thinking about Maddie, and he said it was a great week. The only time he had with Maddie was a few hours or a couple in between then and when he started dumping her stuff. Yeah, he definitely did want I can't even. I don't know why he was stressed about money when Jenn was planning on taking him back and pay for him and help him, but I just don't get it. He's either lying to make it sound good for the police that it was shaping up to be a good time. You didn't even have time with her. You took her life.
There's no reason for anything to happen that happens.
Is there some explanation of I came up Wednesday morning, met you at the hotel early in the morning, and is there some explanation why you left and went where you went?
I was driving around.
Okay, understood you were driving around, but they know where you were driving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, dummy.
Well,
And we know.
okay. I had wanted to grab a few things and get my ducks in a row, kind of prepare myself for whatever was coming, but I couldn't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
And then I ended up just kind of driving around aimlessly.
Okay.
He does tell his parents what they want to hear. I think Prof. A. Frere, he tells everybody what they want to hear. He was telling, I'm sure he told Maddie anything she wanted to hear, Jenn anything she wanted to hear, his parents anything. And you're right, Sterns logged out or onto Telegram around 11:54, but we don't know if he had already taken her live or if he was posting videos of him and her, or maybe he posted it after she was passed away and he was taking gross pictures and putting it on there to get more. Very nonchalant. I'm sure he was high. He was always high. Yeah, sweetie, you're right. Very nonchalant. Is my mom in chat today? I see someone saying, Miss Pearl, hey you. I didn't see you, Mom, but hello, Mom. I love you. I miss you, and I can't wait to see you on Friday if you're here. All right, let's keep going. I, in fact, don't always tell my mom what she wants to hear, but I try to please, but not like this. This is crazy.
I mean, you asked me to come up, and we hardly spent 35 minutes the entire time I was there throughout the entire day. And it's like, I wasn't sure why I was there, and then I was caught off guard by what happened later that afternoon, and obviously haven't seen you since.
Yeah, well, I just felt like I needed an ally there.
Well, I wish you had come to me and talked to me about some stuff, and maybe we could have helped you out in some way, giving you some advice. But certainly, under the extenuating circumstances, what was later discovered obviously couldn't help you. And
you know what's interesting is his dad saying he could have helped him out and gave him advice. Do you think he would have really went and told his dad, hey, Maddie and I are having this relationship. We've been having this relationship for years, Dad, and it's one of a sex nature. What do you think about that? What advice could you give me about dating a 7-year-old, Dad? Or a 6-year-old or 8-year-old or 9-year-old or 10-year-old? What advice can you give me? I mean, that's essentially what his dad is saying to him is, I wish you could have talked to me about this before that happened. I could have given you advice. What exactly? A little too late, Dad, but what really would he say? And thank you, Jojo, for the $5 super chat. This is for everyone in here who wants to donate but are unable. Hashtag Jay's Crime Crew. Thank you. And I just hit 420 people in chat. So do me a favor, hit the like button if you like the content that I put out, and subscribe if you haven't. Get a membership if you can. I mean, do you think his dad had an idea, or do you think his dad maybe had let him watch PORN when he was younger, and maybe Stephan had these fantasies that his dad knew about and kind of maybe talked him and keeping it at bay? Do you think this is the first time he's done this, or are his parents just oblivious? I don't understand what his dad's talking about. I wouldn't tell let's say my nephew went to prison for this. I wouldn't have said, you could have came and talked to me. I would have said, why didn't you get help? What are you thinking? I don't think I would have said anything other than that. You wouldn't be able to talk me into that, what's happening. He's been doing that for years with Maddie. Thank you, Karen. And again, if you want to go watch this without my commentary, go on my page. It says no commentary.
any further than what had already taken place. So the most logical thing would be to have, face up to it and have a conversation with the appropriate authorities or get an attorney or something. But be that as it may.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got a copy of your birth certificate for Sheila Marino and for your case. We're trying to get hospital records from the TBI, but Sarasota Memorial says you were never a patient there, so that's ridiculous because we know you were.
Yeah. And were you able to find my social security card?
Yes.
Good. I presume it was probably in that mouse toy box with everything?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't.
It's in my,
No, I don't recall where it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't there. But
I don't remember if you had confirmed.
All right, so I want to say a couple things as we're listening to this. He's very well, we know he's very guilty. His parents know he's very guilty. They're not doing much of reprimanding him, I think, because they know they're being recorded, and they say things a little bit too much sometimes. If you notice, they'll kind of ask him something or pose a question that you know damn well he cannot answer. If he does, he'll implicate himself, and they'll use that like they did with the Delphi case. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, they're all delusional and thinking that he's ever going to get out. You know that, right? Now, they're talking about his birth certificate, which he's never going to need. His driver's license, he's never going to need. I really, truly don't think he's ever going to need that with this level of seriousness of the case. Now, had it just, and it's not just, but had it been CSAM or SA charge just for Maddie, but 35,000 CSAM pictures and all this abuse on Maddie for years, and then he took her life. He's never gonna get out. He's never gonna need that. Like literally, it's just they're wasting their pennies talking to him about this. They're not gonna need it, and he thinks that they're gonna plead to a lesser charge. What lesser can they plead to? They can't. They can't. And then out of nowhere, he just slips in, oh, by the way, give me some more money. This guy is just out of his mind, and they're following on that loony train too.
Or not, were you able to find my watch?
No, we weren't.
The watch you stole?
Yeah.
So
there was no popcorn box.
Yes.
So
silver mouse
we already
toy.
had your social security card. So why?
And I keep stopping because, again, I have a commentary. He's actually looking at the death penalty, and he could be facing the death penalty in both cases. Now, there is no trial date set. The pre-trial hearing for the trial dates are set in 2025. I put out recently, I put about the trial and I put when. So I don't have those dates in front of me, but 2025, they're having a pre-trial hearing scheduled. Now that might get pushed out. So trial is definitely not happening, and the death penalty is not coming for a while. If it does go to the death penalty, it's going to get pushed out even more because they're going to have a jury that like is handpicked to the fullest, and they're going to have to make sure the death penalty lawyer is qualified and so many other things. And he's also going to postpone it as much as he can. So thank you. You looked it up. It says September 22nd, 2025. That's just for one of the trials, and both looking at the death penalty. Yeah, spark up, fire old Sparky. I think the parents were talking about how he should have come to their advice before covering for Jenn Soto. Jennifer was unaliving her and helped her. Maybe, but I feel like he's talking about taking Maddie's life. You could take it either way. However, love it, Mr. Beers. All right, let's go.
Why did you think we need I already knew your number. I don't. Why did you think we need to find the card?
Just in case I was going to need it in the future.
Okay. Well, we have that.
How long I'm going to be here, if or when I'll ever be released, or if you guys are going to be around at that point. But birth certificate, social security card might be things I'll need in that case.
Well, the penalty for the crimes you have been charged with carry a minimum 40-year sentence.
40 years.
So obviously we're going to be gone. Rick will be gone. We'll all be gone. We're sad.
They're being a little bit less delusional. You're right. The battery case is February 24, 2025. Homicide is September 22nd, 2025. However, minimum is 40 years. What his dad's saying, that's for both trials, both cases. And you know they're going to give him more than that. The jury is not going to put up with those CSAM charges and what he did. And Mom, good to see you. I love you. I haven't seen you in a while. I can't wait to see you on Friday. Thank you, Mom, for the $9.99 super sticker. Mwah. I love you. I can't wait to see you on Friday. Thanks for listening to this crazy, psychotic, delusional chomo.
We're sad about that, obviously, because there won't be anybody here for you when you come out.
Yeah, and I'll be lucky if I have another 40 years left in me either, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess everything sticks.
2 trials.
I wish there was a way that, you and I can have a conversation, all of us could have a conversation to understand what's taking place, how this came about.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, for you lovely people that live in Florida and know this stuff like the back of your hand, tell me if you can have a conversation with anybody and it not be recorded. Is that a thing? And whoever was confused about the 2 dates, there are 2 trials, one for him taking Maddie's life and one for the CSAM and what he did to her in that manner. So him doing all the bad stuff with her in a sexual nature, and then the CSAM, all the children's pictures and different. All right. So yeah, Vanessa, I thought so. Unless they become a lawyer, they're never going to be able to talk to Stephan Sterns in a frank way. They're never going to be able to say, frankly, Dad, this is what happened and this is what I did and how I did it. And maybe he thought he was in love with Maddie, whatever. He's never going to be able to say that. Yeah, there's going to be 2 trials. They tried to combine the trials, and that got taken out because it's just too much of the trials are way too big, too extensive. They're both looking at the death penalty. So yeah, that's absolutely what's going on. They're never going to be able to allow it. He should only be able to talk to his attorney. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something and say, oh yeah, he's never going to be able to talk to his parents. And then someone say, hey Jay, this is Florida. Hello, Finny Boutique. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, they are doing a lot there. I'm sure they're getting psychiatrists and all kinds of people to evaluate him. He acts like a child. And I wonder, and maybe you guys can speculate, what is his defense going to be? Why doesn't he just plead guilty and go for it and say, I plead guilty. I don't want the families to go through this. I don't want my parents to go through this. What? His parents just want answers. I don't think they'll ever get them. They're never going to get them unless he takes a deal and he does what Chris Watts did. Now, when you look at Chris Watts, and we compared him to Chris Watts in the last episode, if you compare him to Chris Watts told the whole truth, but was it really the whole truth? Not so much. He said Shanann did it. So now Stephan Sterns can go ahead and plead. He can say, I'm guilty, but Jenn Soto started it. Jenn Soto came in the room and they got into a fight, and he could still plead to that and blame somebody else, just like Stephan Sterns, not Chris Watts. I'm getting them confused. He can absolutely plead and still say whatever he wants. No, he's not going to plead guilty to death. Most of the time, and this is why Chris Watts, that annihilated his entire family, pled guilty. He said, I'm going to plead guilty, but I don't want to be charged with whatever. Now, they don't have the death penalty in Colorado, but he decided to plead guilty because he wanted to save himself, probably the embarrassment, and the family. He didn't want his girlfriend, the skanky empanada chick, but Nicole Kessinger. He didn't want Nicole Kessinger to have to come testify, and she would have had to. All right. So this guy can do that and still lie about whatever he wants to, but he's not going to. He could plead and blame her and try to avoid the death penalty. Absolutely. He could do that any which way he wants to. There is no defense. Try to poke holes in the state. CSAM has a chance to poke holes. Red rum, yes. But what are the attorneys telling him? The attorneys are telling him not to talk, Adam. And hello, Adam drives Helen. The attorneys have a clear vision of what they're going to do. Otherwise, they would just say, you can talk to whoever you want. You're already implicated in it. We don't have much of a case. There's nothing we can do to defend you. That's not what they're saying. And I did want to shout out Duty Ron got his got his test back, and he in fact is not cancerous anywhere else. They are going to cut the tumor out on his face, and let's pray that it comes out nice and pretty, and he looks like a new man, and he's not stressed out. Other than that, I think he's cancer free once they cut that out. Yes, the skanky empanada. The skanky empanada that got away with the big M word. I agree. Right. And Watts, the obsession, loves to call her the skanky empanada, and I took that on. I say hashtag vaginatized. That's my thing from the Watts case. But Chris Watts definitely has that weak little voice that he lies all the time. There's a big comparison to Stephan Sterns. So let's understand that Sterns could plead guilty, and it doesn't mean he's taking it doesn't mean they're going to give him something out of it, but more than likely they would take the death penalty off of the table.
About how you were right here, because it would help us better understand the situation, because we're at a loss for understanding how all this came about. I mean, we're just totally baffled.
Well, I didn't start it.
Oh, you didn't start it, but you participated in it, which is just as bad as not starting it. But that's
okay. So he didn't start it. Everybody, what do you suppose happened if he didn't start it? I mean, I know that our minds go to him trying to victim blame, but what does that mean? He didn't start it. This is the second time he said that. Yeah, this dude's not getting a deal. I don't think that, Matthew. I don't think he's getting a deal. What I'm saying is, okay, you're saying he's blaming Maddie. What I'm saying is he can go right now and contact the prosecutor, any officer, and say, I'm pleading guilty to this. There's no defense for this. You have the stuff. I'm going to plead guilty, and that's it. I don't want to go to a trial. Just let me plead guilty. I'll tell you everything. And 99.9% of prosecutors are going to save themselves millions of dollars and take a confession. Okay. That's just what it is. They go on there for a confession. They go into an interrogation room to get a confession. Had they got a confession the first day that we saw the interview where he said, I'm going to need a lawyer now, they wouldn't have start setting these trial dates necessarily. They would have been working with him to get the details of what happened. Was Jenn involved? He can lie all he wants and say Maddie was involved. He can certainly do that. To me, I see him suggesting Jenn, but I also understand when people think that he's victim blaming. He's saying, I didn't start this. Does that mean that in his sick head he thinks Maddie, like all the other people on the Mandu channel, does he think that Maddie was coming on to him at 7 years old, that she was, because on the Mandu channel, I see everything. I see 30-year-old guys saying my 4-year-old niece came on to me and I couldn't help it. So I don't put anything past these predators anymore. Is he pulling a Chad Daybell and blaming the woman? I haven't heard that. I can't tell if he's blaming Jenn or if he's blaming Maddie. What the heck does he mean by that? What is it? And yeah, why does he think he's getting out? But what does he mean by he didn't start it? All we can do is speculate at this point. I have no idea what that means.
For another day. Again, I don't know if
details or anything. You know, I mean, if you'd like to schedule a visit with me or something, maybe we can find some way to talk.
I don't know. I think we're always going to be recorded, so there won't be an opportunity to do that. Now, we have to make arrangements for you to sign off on a power of attorney so we can do something with this car.
Yeah.
And I would have to bring a document over. They won't even let me see you. I would just hand it to the classification officer. He would bring it in, you sign it, they would notarize it, and give it back to me, and I would leave.
Okay. I think I just...
And see, in that case, and I don't know what he just said, it sounded kind of jumbled. Since said, so we won't be an opportunity to do that. Now we have to make arrangements for you to sign off a power of attorney so we can do something with the car. So they'll hand him the paperwork, he'll sign for it, and boom, they can take care of his financials for him and then also have money for the commissary. Now, Adam drives Helen. I see it that way because Jenn did send Maddie to bed with him. That is very known. That could be what he's talking about. And I'm glad you're so confident in that because I really thought that too. I thought he was blaming Jenn for giving Maddie over to him. And hey, he was making it known to people. And all of you guys know, Adam, I don't mean to put you in a predicament, but you're a man. All men wake up in the morning with wood. You can't help that. So your girlfriend knows that you're waking up with wood and she's sending your daughter to bed so that Maddie could sleep right in the middle. If they're all sleeping in the same bed, he's in the middle and she's waking up next to this choma with wood. So it was her fault. Is that what I'm understanding? I just don't know. This is the second time that he has brought up this, and the first time it was this conversation was clouded around Jenn Soto being part of it. So Jenn sending him up the stairs. Jenn will get convicted at some point of child neglect. It just doesn't sound like he's saying that. I know it's to me, it sounds like he's trying to blame Jenn. Other people, for some reason, they think he's trying to victim blame with Maddie, which is never going to fly, by the way. The Jenn Soto will fly. Blaming Maddie will never fly.
Just got the 1 minute warning.
Okay.
So yeah, give them whatever you need, and I'll sign whatever I need to sign. In the meantime, I'll try to call back in the next couple of days and we'll talk some more. If you wouldn't mind putting a little more money in my commissary as well.
All right. I can't do much stuff because we are really, when I say dead ass broke, I mean dead ass broke, but I'll do what I can.
Okay, I appreciate
that could change, but right now, for the next 30 days, we are definitely in lockdown.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right.
And all he cares about is money at this point, everybody. We all know that the dad wants answers. So the dad said, start what? He keeps asking questions that he knows that Stephan can't answer. And if you listen to this call in the entirety, just go and listen to like the 14 minutes of it. You'll understand that many times he asks things that he knows will never be able to be answered. And then he says it. And then Stephan Sterns gets quiet. And then Stephan Sterns he takes that conversation and brings it back to whatever's going to benefit him the most. Yeah, he just wants money. That's it. That's all he's not going to give them answers. He can't give them answers, but he wants money and he wants them to feel like they're getting something out of the call. Yeah, I think Holly Dolly, I always think that Jenn Soto, even if she gets off like Casey Anthony, and I'll compare her to Casey Anthony. If she gets off, I still think that she was guilty. Jenn Soto, if you're watching this, you should be arrested for neglecting your daughter and sending her to bed with that predator, period. I'm never going to not say that, so sorry. We have good men in this chat. Cheers, Adam. Yes, I love the men. Paul's one of my other favorite dudes.
I'll try to get over there within the week to get the POA taken care of.
Okay. There's a 15-minute cooldown before I can call back. I'll see if I can call back again. If not, I'll try to call back in the next couple of days.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Okay. All right. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. All right. That was a good call, everybody. I want to see real quick. I want to kind of show you the documents that I have and then let you know what's going to happen, what we're going to do. Yeah, definitely arrest Jenn Soto. And if we have 222 in here, do me a favor, say a prayer for Maddie that she gets complete and utter justice. I want you guys to see that I have the document of, let me see. It's the Sterns 501 documents that just came out, 501 page document that many creators are taking and they are putting their own spin on what they think is happening. And that's what I plan on doing. I want to discuss the coins and I want to discuss all the things that are happening, but I'm definitely not going to do it today. I wanted to make sure I covered that. But, when you take a look here, I'm thinking about doing what the other creators did and just throwing this on the Patreon so you guys can have it, examine it, and then we can go over it in a couple of days and you guys could bring your questions. So it's 501 pages and luckily it's redacted now. Now you can see you can see the people on here, the redactions, and most of it doesn't even start until page 200 or something. So this is in fact a new document, but there are a lot of the same documents and then bits and pieces of new things. So we really got to like scour through here um to see. There's a timeline in here, there's the text messages in here, but it's 500 pages long. So I wanted you guys to see that. I was going to see if I can find the picture of. Now they redacted a lot of pictures too. You guys probably watched this on Grizzly today. She was going through a lot of this. An interview was conducted with the stepfather, Stephan Sterns, who advised he picked up and dropped her off in front of peace. Oh, this is so there's bits and pieces of here from different officers that you haven't seen the take. You haven't seen the take from, you haven't seen that version. And each content creator is doing something different. Hello, Jesse Luke. Good to see you. All right. Yes, you want the petition? Do you have the petition to arrest Jenn Soto? Yeah, I have Patreon. I can throw it on Patreon. You guys can grab it. You can examine them, and then we can come and talk about it together. And hello, Paul. Good to see you. Good to see you, Rosie. Good to see everybody. He drove all over hell with Maddie's body. He did. And we still don't exactly know what time he took her life. We don't have that nailed down. It's hard to tell because it was days later. She was outside. Hello, Jilly Poppy. How you doing? All right. Now, it doesn't matter what his defense is. He is done on the photos alone. But it would make everybody's life easier and the families and just the court systems, the millions of dollars it's going to take to prosecute him. It would be much better if he would tell the truth and just confess to it and plead guilty. Sometimes people plead guilty and they still want lesser charges, so they'll go to trial and what is it, a no contest? I don't think they call it guilty. Yeah, CSAM on this with 35,000 pictures is a slam. All right, so I want you guys to, if you have access to this document, there's 501 pages. I'd like you to take a look at this for yourselves. I can throw it on Patreon. You guys can grab it. You don't have to pay for Patreon unless you want to be an exclusive member. And you take the document. I know a lot of people sit there and they like to examine stuff and then have more intelligent conversations. So there's another subpoena. We're going over this right now to see what's new for you all. So we got Stephan Sterns' date of birth, and they got his driver's license, signature, all kinds of things in here that talk about account numbers and phone numbers and just tons of things blocked out that I wish we could see, but I wouldn't be able to show you anyway. So I do want to get into the timeline and the text messages, etc. But I'd like you guys to have a chance to look at them first. All right. Yes. Faith and repentance, no contest is not admitting guilty, but not innocent, not knowing there's enough or knowing there's enough evidence to charge with, but not wanting that guilty plea to be written down for them. All right. No, they do watch these channels. They do. I know the family does, and I know they do. Yes, I do. The family does, which means Jenn Soto probably does. All right. So I'm going to pull this down. If you guys can go get the document, and we will talk about it when we have more intelligent discussions to have when everybody is taking a look at it. Today, I want to go over this, give you guys my idea of what's happening. Now, everyone knows that Reese's birthday is tomorrow, so I will not be here tomorrow, and she's already ready for mommy, and I still need to wrap presents. Patreon is another platform that we're putting content on. We're going to do exclusive content and have members only nights where we don't have to always edit ourselves. All right. So I think he went to his parents for some way to dispose of the body. Interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting take on that. And before I head out, I'm going to give you the spill. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Get a membership if you don't have one. I do want to have more members only for you guys. And yeah, and I do want to do longer streams always, but I want to hang out with the kiddo and wrap birthday presents. So I love you all. I hope to see you on Wednesday. Thank you, Sherry, and the rest of the crime crew. Wishing the baby a happy birthday. She is no longer a baby. She will be 10 but she'll always be my baby. Yes, Paul, you got on here late. Have a good night. I love you all. And hit the like button for the potato. Good night.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?